Hey guys, Sword here, and this is going to be another vlog. And if you have any questions, concerns, topics, ideas, or anything you want to discuss in the comment section below, feel free to do so. And if I actually use your idea or discussion on a topic, I'll actually credit you in the I'll credit you in the next video, and as well as I'll link your channel in the description. I always mess it up. I can't believe I keep messing that up. No matter how many times I try, I always mess something up. Well, first of all, I'm down by the skylight, still working on a little stairway, as well as that every now and then I actually go back to this world, do a little bit of work, and usually I'm by myself, and then from there I actually stop playing because it is kind of boring to play by yourself. But as well as that, the first week of school is over. First of all, it's really good for now. I got at least a bit of reading to do, as well as I got an assignment to do. So I guess it's not going to be so busy as I thought it would be, but I still got to see what my work schedule is going to be. But greatly enough, all I know is that I actually have a good week, a short little week, at least 30 hours of work. So let's see how the next week's gonna go, and then from there on I could actually see what type of schedule I'm gonna have, and then I could actually start inviting people. I am gonna start inviting people. I just haven't done that soon. So if you want to actually have an invite, or if you want to add me, well, I can't really accept friend requests on Sword King 090, so you're gonna actually have to go to Sword King Gaming. So if you want to send a friend request, send a friend request to Sword King Gaming. I still got that 13th month membership I haven't used just yet because I still wanted to see everything as well, or how everything's gonna go. And then once I use this code, it's gonna finally activate it, and then everything will be great from there. Because I have Operation Bedrock, I have Operation Nether, Operation Dome, Operation Blackout that I can do, and then as well as for Operation Bedrock, it's gonna take a while. I know it's gonna take a while, and if we're gonna work on every other operation, it's gonna take even more longer of a while, if that actually makes sense. But at least I'll be able to finally invite people, and I won't be like a strict dictator as I am on Operation Bedrock. I'm not gonna lie, I am really strict when it comes to Operation Bedrock because this is my most prized possession of a world that I have, and I really don't like to fool around on this world. You could ask my friends; they will tell you themselves that I don't really fool around in Operation Bedrock. So for any other operation I do, I wouldn't really care, just as long as they don't start destroying the things that we build, and then everything we find from there. Then you can just do whatever you want. So there you have it. The other operations, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to be too strict about it, just as long as you leave my stuff alone, or you don't mess with other people's stuff, or you mess with other people in the same world. So continuing on, well, today I've seen a stupid driver, and it was an elderly driver. So that actually fit in the stereotype of elderly people who don't know how to drive, which I really hate to say that, but from what I just saw, that kind of, yeah, it's not everybody, it's just that one person. And all it takes is one person to confirm something, or it's just, that day was just not a great day for everyone, especially for the driver. Because apparently, as far as I know, I didn't actually see the license plate, so I can't tell whether it was a visitor or a person who actually lived here. And if that was a person who lived here, I feel real sorry for the guy. But if it's a winter visitor, I would understand. All I can tell you is that, yeah, he was an elderly. I didn't see the plate. It just looks like he had no idea where to go. Because when I got home from the college, first things first, the guy turns into a right lane at a busy intersection. Or yes, he goes to a right turn lane right there, like the far right, the shoulder turn. My apologies if I don't know the terminology of anything right now, but he goes to the right turn lane. He actually stops and puts his blinker on because he made a mistake of not trying to turn into that street. So I actually stopped. I waited for him at the green light. He actually drove forward and cut about 2 cars ahead of me. Obviously, I was actually waiting. I actually waited for about a good 5 seconds because I was being courteous for him to get back on the lane. That's what I do when I see a person trying to turn, and I'm one of those people who actually stops for him, even though if there's cars honking behind me, I don't care. At least I'm doing a good deed. But he didn't see that I stopped for him, so he just continued driving forward and cutting 2 cars in front of him. I didn't hear any car honks, so I guess it was good. Then the next intersection, however, we had these little lights, those little street lights. I don't even know what they're called. I actually tried searching it up. I don't even know what to even call them or what to search for. All I know is that the construction workers use these little portable lights that they put on the street so they could make a little detour, or like blocking off turns or streets that, oh, you can't go there. But apparently he didn't get the memo when he actually looked at it. and apparently he didn't even see the stop or the sign, the little street sign that says street closed. Apparently he did not see that, and that little street, the street that he tried to even turn in, was been closed for about a good month or two. But apparently, I guess that guy did not know, and he wasn't paying attention. He actually tried to turn into a closed street, and when he figured that he couldn't go anywhere, first of all, wow, first the street of the right hand side is closed, but yet the left side is open because right there's a building, so that when people wanted to get out, they could actually get out through that street. But he actually tried to turn into the wrong side of the street. Thank God that there was no drivers coming out from there, but still, he goes back. Well, I was lucky enough to actually go ahead of him, so wherever he was doing, he was just behind me the whole time. So when I continued forward, he went back to the lane, cut another two cars, no honks. Everyone's being patient with the driver. So I continue forward. I look at the rearview mirror, and it seems like he actually almost ran onto the freaking sidewalk. And he actually stopped in the middle of the road too. So yeah, what a great driver right there. That person's license should have been revoked a long time ago, and I feel sorry for everybody who had to actually experience that too. I'm the type of person who actually gets road rage whenever things are not going my way, especially when I'm trying to go somewhere and then people actually cut in front of me. I've already had this happen before. When you're turning if you're turning right, you're supposed to stay on your lane, but apparently, as I was driving onto the left lane, with the person coming in, taking a turn, he actually, or I think it was a she, I don't even know anymore. They actually went to my lane when they could have taken the other lane, and I actually had to slow down. I had the urge to actually honk at them, but I knew better than that, so I basically went to the other lane, drove forward, and pretty much cut in front of them, just to say, hey, you're not supposed to cut in front of me. But yeah, I'm not really good at telling stories. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on how to tell a story. This all happened today, and it was all funny as well. There's a lot of other instances where I try to be helpful, but yet they don't notice it, and then when they try to do something, they just done something stupid. Like the other day, I had 2 drinks in a cup holder, first of all, but basically the street was having a little bit of construction work done, and it was a busy hour, or yes, where everybody's going home. One of the cars on the right lane actually wanted to get to the left lane, and like I said, I'm being courteous. I actually slowed down, and there was a gap between me and another car. That car could have taken it. I actually slowed down for a good 10 seconds, but apparently they did not see it, or they just changed their minds at the last second, so they just continued driving forward, and it was like, oh, I guess you're not going to take my courtesy thing, so I drove forward. Then another 5 seconds later, they actually turned a light signal on, and then they went to my lane, the left lane, and I didn't even see it. I almost actually hit them because they decided at the very last second to actually do that, and I actually stopped. I could have sworn the car behind me actually bumped into me, but yeah, I had to make it a rough stop because I wasn't really quick on the reaction because I just looked forward. I looked straight forward. I didn't see the car on the other side trying to actually make the left turn at the very last second, so I stopped abruptly, and then I spilled my 2 drinks over. Yeah, that was not really fun. And as well as, like I said, I believe the car behind me actually hit me, just a little tap, but I didn't really notice about that. I was more focused on being angry with the driver. I wanted to honk my horn, but I knew better than that. I didn't want to cause any more blood to boil on me. And then here's the kicker. The person who actually cut in front of me, the same person where I tried to help him out, actually went back to the right lane, and then, yeah, he got stuck behind traffic. So, yeah, gotta love dumb drivers these days. I'm a person who actually likes to speed down the road, but at least I have the common courtesy to try to help people out. Like like I said earlier, if a person's trying to make a turn and I'm one of those cars that actually make that difference, I actually stop and let them take the turn. They appreciate that, and I give a hand signal, and then everything's going on their way. So, if you have a better story than me, well, it's easier to type up a story than to actually explain it, in my opinion. I'm trying to work on that. I'm going to try to work on making better stories or how to actually portray a story. So this is one of these stories where I'm not, I just don't know. I just can't really describe a story at this point. But if there's any other stories that you want to say about like road rage or worst drivers you have ever seen, please feel free to tell me. Put it in the comment section below, and if you want to actually make a video response, feel free to do so. Help you make videos as well, and help you get noticed too by placing a video response below. But either way, there's a lot of dumb drivers out there, and please don't be a dumb driver yourself. Even though I actually kind of like speeding down the road, my friend could actually vouch for me. But like I said, I am aware of the traffic laws, and I don't actually try to run red lights or anything, and as well as I actually do proper turns. But like I said, if I have to get somewhere real quick, I'll actually speed up a bit, and thankfully there's no cops down that road either. But anyways, this is pretty much all the end of this video. I've gotten a little bit of work done on the little stairway. The lag is still there. Still waiting on 4J to actually update us with title update number 8. Once that happens, I really hope that they actually fix the bugs and the lag and the other things that were brought upon because of the title update number 7. But if anything else, once that update's here, I'm going to make a video about that update telling you guys what has been patched, what is new, and what has been changed. So there's nothing else for me to say. Again, if you have any stories about road rage or stupid drivers, feel free to comment down below, because I'm pretty sure you've met one in your life, or even one that actually caused an accident. But either way, this is the end of this video. Have a nice day, everybody. I'm Sorokins90.